encouragement of lecturers who encourage us to search for the unknown without fear of the consequences. For family and friends who have supported us in the long journey towards our goals, we give our thanks. Bless all our graduates, those who will use their newfound wisdom to push forward the frontiers of science in seeking to address the needs of the world, the health of all its people. Those who will use their knowledge and skill and compassion to nurse the sick and care for the dying. Those into whose healing hands we entrust with the bringing into the world the miraculous gift of new life. Bless all our graduates as they journey forth from here to their different places and countries of work. May they meet each new opportunity with a bold and daring spirit, and may they find happiness in all that they do. Amen.
I'm sure if you couldn't, you'll get it fixed shortly. This one does seem to be working, so it's fine. Let me start by welcoming you all to this graduation ceremony. Graduation is really the pinnacle of our year, as much as it is the pinnacle for you all seated here, awaiting to receive your degrees. And it's also a time of great celebration, a time when we welcome family and friends to join us in celebrating our collective and individual achievements. To those of you who are visiting Dundee for the first time, I'd like to extend a particularly warm welcome on behalf of the City and the University of Dundee. We share a day not just of celebration, but also of great pride, as we see our new graduates rewarded for their years of hard work. Last year, not even thunderstorms could dampen the spirits or sense of occasion of those at the ceremonies, and today promises once again to be an enjoyable day, filled with tradition, spectacle, celebration, and probably dubious weather. Graduation is a time of great contrast, with our new graduates looking to the future and to the possibilities and opportunities that it will certainly offer, but at the same time surrounded by the tradition and history of this ceremony. And it's this contrast which leads me to ask, what are universities for? Now perhaps the answer may seem obvious to all of you sitting before me. Our mission statement, contained in our founding charter, puts it simply: to advance and diffuse knowledge, wisdom and understanding, by teaching and research, and by the example and influence of our corporate life. And if you think about this, it really just describes what we do, in common with many other universities. But it doesn't really say why we do it, and nor therefore why we exist in the first place. And in another sense, it doesn't really capture what is so special about this university. I believe the University of Dundee exists for a very simple but important reason. We exist to transform lives. Just think about that for a moment. It's not a new idea that we've just invented. It stems from the very beginnings of the university, from its foundation in 1883 as University College Dundee. Our founders at that time wanted an institution that would advance the education of the men and women of Dundee, thereby establishing a legacy not only of educational excellence, but also of equality and opportunity. The danger is that this might sound a bit parochial and unambitious in today's world, but you have to remember that at that time, Dundee was at the hub of an international network of trade in textiles, fishing and shipbuilding. So educating the men and women of the city would have been a way to open their eyes to truly global opportunities. And education was seen as more than just opening the doors to employment and financial prosperity, but to cultural and social development too. The industry and civic pride of Dundonians helped produce a cultural as well as an economic transformation in the late 19th and early 20th century. The Duke Barons had built formidable art collections and through public subscription and benefaction helped produce the Albert Institute, now the McManus Galleries, and the cared hall in which you now sit. This civic pride also, of course, helps Vaughan University College itself, transforming Dundee into a collegiate town and eventually into a university city, a city of discovery and a city of transformations. So how does this idea of transforming lives translate to the University of Dundee in the 21st century? For you, the graduands seated before me in your rows, through the work on the V&A at Dundee development, will deliver an iconic new building jutting into the Tay and highlight Scotland's great design heritage. It will provide the catalyst for design-led innovation that is already stimulating economic growth in the city. And our role in social transformation is exemplified by our unique health informatics research, which has had a dramatic impact on the treatment of major diseases such as diabetes, but is also apparent in the Literary Dundee programme and in our role in tackling inequalities in society through our research and in our widening access programmes. But our reach extends well beyond Tayside and indeed Scotland. We are transforming lives globally. If jute and shipbuilding provided Dundee's window on the world in the 19th century, it is our university that fulfills this role in the 21st. Our reputation attracts students and staff from around the globe to live, work and study here. The cultural richness of the campus, which is never more apparent than during these graduation ceremonies, enhances all our lives. Local students are inspired to think globally, and their horizons expand correspondingly. And with around 60,000 there, we have alumni in all.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Professor Anne-Marie Rafferty. Professor Anne-Marie Rafferty
Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you today for a confirmed degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Oliver Anderson. Natasha Christodoulides. Magdalena